Sophie Cunningham drops two-word response to major news away from WNBA spotlight. The WNBA season is long over, but Sophie Cunningham is still dominating the headlines. Cunningham recently appeared in the October 27th episode of ABC's Good Morning America, alongside hosts Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and NFL legend Michael Strahan. Her collaborations with brands like Arby's and Ring also grab a lot of attention. This time, however, Sophie Cunningham has appeared at an event that few expected her to. Cunningham was invited as an honorary pace car driver for the NASCAR Cup Series championship race at Phoenix Raceway. Hollywood superstar Sydney Sweeney brought out the checkered flag. Sophie and Sydney also linked up before the event. The official NASCAR account posted the entry video of both the celebrities while captioning the video, "The stars are out in Phoenix. Welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship," at Sydney_Sweeney and at Sophie_ checkered flag. Cunningham summarized her experience in just 2 words, writing, "So fun, smiling face with heart eyes, fire red heart." Cunningham also reposted a story that had the caption, at Sophie_Cham crushed the pace car drive. For the unversed, a NASCAR pace car driver leads the field at controlled speed before the start and on restarts, and controls the pack under caution to ensure safety and compliance with procedures. There was significant responsibility on Cunningham to keep her speed just right before the race started. Her podcast, Show Me Something, also posted a carousel of photos of Cunningham from the track with multiple drivers and officials. They captioned the post, at Sophie_Cham, WNBA player, podcaster, at NASCAR driver. Thank you to NASCAR for an amazing time at the NASCAR Cup Series Championship in Phoenix. Cunningham is doing the majority of the MCL rehab there, but with no affiliation to her former team, the Phoenix Mercury. Cunningham is in the middle of moving houses. Just last week, Cunningham announced that she is about to buy a house in Florida. Cunningham is keeping her options open regarding a potential move from the Indiana Fever. Some experts feel the Indiana Fever might not need her back at all. You also have to do the cost-benefit analysis of what's the length of the contract, what's the value of the contract that you're willing to give her relative to what the rest of the market looks like, and who else could be available, Robin Lundberg said. Many would assume that Sophie Cunningham's popularity would decline away from the Indiana Fever, but her latest endorsement signals otherwise. Sophie Cunningham's brand value should play everywhere. Sophie Cunningham has skyrocketed off the court after associating with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Her social media following has also increased significantly. This gave Cunningham multiple endorsements, like Arby's and the Ring. If she were to leave the Indiana Fever, which she has already hinted at, what would happen to her brand? The Indiana Fever has the highest social value in the WNBA by a mile. The marketing agency STN Digital and partnerships insights company Zumpf collaborated to evaluate more than 20,000 pieces of social media content from WNBA teams throughout the regular season, releasing their WNBA Social Rankings and Insights report. The Indiana Fever had league-best social value, $55.04 million, engagements, 38.73 M, and impressions, 1.17 B, during the regular season. While that was expected, peek at the gap between Fever and the second best. The runner-up was the Dallas Wings, with a social value of $8.61 million. Being at the Indiana Fever is certainly an advantage for Sophie Cunningham. However, the way Cunningham has capitalized on her single season in the franchise should give her enough base to maintain that regardless of the team. Beyond her other deals that we mentioned above, Cunningham has also signed with Adidas in some capacity. The details of her contract are unknown. In July, she starred with Chelsea Gray in an ad to promote Damian Lillard's new kicks. It seemed a one-time arrangement at the time. But Cunningham recently came out with another promotional post for the Lillard shoes. Cunningham featured several photos of her wearing Adidas gear, specifically pink Adidas shoes, that were captioned, "Come get spicy like me with the Dame X electric pink kicks fire." While Cunningham's popularity might dip a little on leaving the Fever, her brand value should hold over the long term. The WNBA world might be quiet during the off-season, but Sophie Cunningham never truly fades from the spotlight. Known for her fiery spirit, charismatic smile, and no-nonsense energy, the Indiana Fever forward has a knack for making waves even when she's not on the court. This week, however, it wasn't a flashy dunk, a bold interview, or a viral sideline moment that drew attention. It was just 2 words. Those 2 words, brief yet powerful, became the talk of social media after major news broke outside the WNBA world. In typical Sophie fashion, she didn't need a lengthy statement or a dramatic video. Her sharp, witty timing did all the work. Fans instantly flooded the comments, screenshots flew across X, formerly Twitter, and her name began trending again. Proof that Cunningham knows exactly how to command a room, even from behind a screen. A quiet off-season? Not for Sophie. While many players take the off-season to rest, travel, or go incognito, Cunningham seems to thrive in the chaos between seasons. Whether she's training for her comeback, teasing fans with cryptic posts, or showing up courtside at major events, Sophie has found a rhythm that keeps her brand alive year-round. So, when major entertainment and sports headlines hit social media earlier this week, news that sent shockwaves across pop culture, fans were curious. What would Sophie say? The answer came fast, and it came in just 2 words. The simplicity was genius. Her reaction, brief yet loaded with meaning, reminded everyone why she's one of the most engaging personalities in women's basketball today. It wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. That's Sophie, sharp, funny, and effortlessly authentic. The art of saying less. Sophie Cunningham has always been known for her energy and her mouth. She talks trash, she hypes up her teammates, and she owns the spotlight with a wink and a grin. But lately, her social media strategy has evolved into something much smarter. When a star like Sophie drops just 2 words in reaction to major news, say, a shocking celebrity breakup, a surprise sports trade, or a viral headline, it tells the world she's in tune with the culture around her. She's not just an athlete, she's a voice that fans listen to beyond the WNBA bubble. It's a fine balance, staying relevant without overexposing yourself, and Sophie has mastered it. While some athletes rely on PR teams to manage their brand, Cunningham's personality is her brand. Fearless, relatable, and sometimes hilariously blunt. Those 2 words she dropped? They didn't need explanation. Fans instantly got the message. Why fans love her unfiltered side. For WNBA fans, Sophie's social presence feels refreshing. She's not afraid to crack jokes, share her workouts, or even call out critics. She connects with her audience in a way that feels like talking to a friend who just happens to be a pro athlete. That's what made her latest 2-word response so viral. It captured the essence of her vibe. She wasn't trying too hard, and she didn't force a headline. Instead, she became the headline. Across social media, reactions poured in. Sophie just said what we were all thinking, faced with tears of joy.